Hey guys, KTV here. It's another video because recently I have this problem with the computer. I've already cut the cable. You guys may have this problem, but short USB cables. Now, my computer tower, I want to mount my SD card reader over here on the monitor. However, the cable's too short. Yes, I could buy my own. I could buy another cable. Yes, that is doable. However, I'm going to show you how to extend your cable with 4-core alarm wire. This is a big roll of it, but okay. As you can see there, alarm 4-core. Because my computer tower is located, you may be able to see it, down there on the left hand side. There. So, I want to extend this USB cable. So, let's get to it. Okay, so for this start, you'll need wire strippers. So you need to cut your cable, strip the wires, every colour. So there's the black, there's the green, the white, and the red. And you have to do some on the USB side and the connector side. I'll say give yourself some slack if you're going to do this. Cut about down the middle so you've got a fair bit of slack on the cable plug and the thing there. And you notice again, green, black, white and red. And if you were to twist these together to the corresponding colours, that work. One thing I will tell you is black and red are power. These two here are the power leads. These provide your appliance with power. The white and the green are data connections. So what we're basically doing is we're going in between with it. So next step is we're going to need some of the alarm wire. Okay, now I have my alarm wire. Okay, so now I have my alarm wire. It's about 1.2 meters extra, and I'm going to put it between. So you need to strip it. You'll notice you have red, black, and yellow and blue. So what I'm going to do in this case, you're going to have to remember, I'm going to use yellow and blue for data. Over here, I'm going to use yellow and blue. So the yellow will be the white, and the blue will be the green on the cable, and the red and black will be matched with corresponding colours. So you need to strip all these wires first. Strip out a fair piece of it. There you go, strip them. Strip yourself a nice fair piece of insulation off to work with. Okay, so once we've done that, we need to do the same with the other side. This is where it gets complicated for some people. You need to have yourself knowledge with soldering in order to pull this off. So here's my solder iron set to 200 degrees. Plug it in over here, and we'll allow it to heat up. So you need some solder as well. Let's solder that. So you need a solder and a soldering iron. These are the most important things. Yes, you could use terminal blocks, but that's a bit blocky, and the soldering iron will make a better connection. So you do need a soldering iron for this. So I'll show you how to do it soon. And also you want some electrical tape. So for this project you'll want solder, soldering iron, electrical tape, 4-core wire, and your USB cable, some wire strippers. That's all you need. So let's set this heat up first. Okay, so now your soldering iron's heated up, you need to tin the solder off it, just to get it prepared for what you're about to do. So now we've done that, place the soldering iron down carefully, don't let it touch anything plastic, and we'll start off with the USB connector side with the new cable. So you'll notice we have red on this 4-core alarm wire, so we need to twist red to red. This can get a little bit fiddly, I will warn you guys. I find it's best, because the cables in USB cables are quite thin, I find it best to twist the USB cable over the 4-core wire, because that is tentatively stronger than anything else. So you get your wire, you balance it, get your solder it one by one, nice strong connection. Come on. This is really fiddly. Okay. So as you can see, the solder's setting its way in to the plastic, not the plastic, the metal, sorry. That solder's melting its way in. You need to make yourself a good connection. Okay. Now we've done for red, now we follow the same scenario for black. So we got black in the USB cable. Go more zoomed in so you can see. This is getting confusing, guys. Okay, so you have your black on the 4-core and the black on the USB connector. So you'll twist this one over here and just run them all over. You might be able to do a pair of pliers for this. However, I do have them, but I just wanted to make this tutorial as simple as. Okay, so now you solder your wire together. Again, same concept. Let that solder sink in there nicely. Put a good amount of solder and allow it to seep itself in between the wires. Don't have a crappy connection, because if you put a little blob on there, it needs to be a strong rugged connector. Now this is where it gets good, where it gets harder, because this is where you have to play the memory game, because you have green and white is data by default on a USB cable, however blue and green. So in my case, I'm using blue. I'm going to attach the blue to the green, and what you do, you have to remember that when you're soldering on the other end, the connector end in my case. Okay, so same concept again, apart from this does get fiddly because this wire, you'll be shocked how thin wiring some USB cables really is. Sometimes it's just unworkable, or it's really fiddly and stupid to work with. It just really makes me wonder. It just shows you how cheap things have got. Okay, so you solder blue to green in this case. This is what I'm using. You could cut up an old USB cable again, but as I said, the quality on them tends to be pretty poor, so you'll be better off with this stuff because it's better quality. And now finally, yellow goes to white. Yellow to white. Okay, so you go over. There is a bit of string in this 4-core burglar alarm wire. That is because to allow you to strip it easy. That's apparently what it's for. So you can cut it back. However, I'm going to use electrical tape as an insulator for this. There is some solder balls there that I could pick up if the iron will let me. Yes, it did. So I could spread. Just keep careful of smoke. You don't really want to breathe this stuff in if you can help it. Okay, so that's that connection done. So now you need to repeat it, the same diagram as this. So black to black, red to red, green to blue in my case, and white to yellow. So I'm going to repeat that on the other end. Okay, now I've soldered the wire. This is the type of thing we're looking for. Using the electrical tape, wrap the wire up so it isn't a problem. Wrap the wire up nicely. Also turn your soldering iron so it can go down. The wires need to be wrapped so they don't short. I've done this with PVC electrical tape. Okay, you could use heat shrink, however electrical tape's my easy go-to option. It's only 5 volts, so it can't do anything to you. And yeah, just got to do this for the other end now. The best way I find of wrapping it is to get your tape out, get one contact of the wire, get one colour wire, one solder joint, fold over, let's go to in depth, fold over, then get out some more sticky tape, get your next contact, fold it over. This may not be the best option why it does stop short circuiting, and if it's not pulled on and it's hidden away, then yeah, it's not really a problem. This is going to be behind a computer, so this really isn't a problem. This is going to be like behind the computer. It's going to be plugged into the USB port at the back of the computer, so knows this. You need to keep going in an all-in-one motion. You need to keep wrapping your wire all round. Once you've made it to the end at least once, go back on yourself. So take yourself back, go over again, over and over. Keep going till you can see no more of the thin wire, because that stuff is more prone to breaking and your solder joints there. Just because the solder joint's covered, yes, it's safe, but you need to have, ideally you want to have a bit of durability. This will allow you a bit of durability. While this isn't the smoothest of it, I know, but it's functional and it works. Wrap this in the electrical tape. See, it's still a little bit weak there, so make it nice and strong. You don't really want any weak parts if you can help it. Okay, there you go. Read the tape there and give it a little squeeze, and now you'll notice you have the extra wire. Now it's the moment of truth. There's a memory card plugged into this. This is an ABC products card reader, by the way, so that's the moment of truth. With all this to it, this is on a USB hub, but it's going to be in the back. Right, okay. Why don't the computer play the sound so it should? Or maybe we'll hear it now. There we go, USB drive, and that is the USB drive over there. That is the USB drive. That will work now. MP root, you can scroll down. And yep, that's it. USB drive. Click into that, and that works with no issue. Okay, here's just a look at the tools that I used. Solder and iron. There's a plug to it. Just a white plug that I replaced. Solder. Alarm 4-core wire. Electrical tape. Wire cutters. The old USB cable. And yep, pretty cheap, easy project. However, you need to know how to do soldering. That's the only con of it. So if you don't understand soldering, then I'm sorry, you won't be able to do this project unless you learn how to solder, because this is a solder required skill. Okay, so here's the device mounted up. Before, I wouldn't be able to get the wire this far. Now it's going down the back to the back of the computer. It was plugged in here, however I wanted something more versatile and easy, so this is where I went. Now it's lovely, sleek on there, and you actually have the Sony Handycam's SD card in there at the moment. Plug that back in and the computer should install that. There you go, the lights come on and the drive is visible. So yeah, that's it. Remember to like, comment and subscribe.